Well, I'm a grown man who doesn't play Call of Duty. I play Duck Hunt.
You've been on the internet since 2007.
And I've never heard someone say
racist about monkeys and black people.
You hang out in racist spaces online. You show feet in racial chat rooms, and I don't. I never heard someone say that, and I resent the fact that you're acting like that is such common. Everybody in the world found out about that phrase from Chud the Builder. It's like 1% of people already knew about it.
What's the righteous word? It's your boy Gangland Neem, aka Neiman, I before the E. Man, golly, I don't know. Y'all remember that. We'll be back with another video. New video. Shout out to all my good subs. Greatly appreciate y'all. You know it. You know it. This is a re-rock. This is a re-rock, y'all. Right? So it's the chimping out conversation on No Jumper. A lot of people was outraged about that. And it is what it is, right? One of my subs, shout out to whoever this was in the comments. I'm gonna start screenshotting y'all because y'all got the keys, right? I'm gonna start screenshotting shit, put that shit right on the screen. Forget who it was, but you can look back at the last video in the comments. Somebody said, "Hey, bro, this wasn't the first time Adam heard chimping out. He lied." I said, what? What? I thought we all heard it from Chud the Builder, right? But he sends me a timestamp and tells me where to go. Shout out this sub, whoever you are, bro. Mention yourself in these next comments, too. I'm going to put you up on here, bro. He sends me the timestamp. I go to it. Boom. And there it is. What? So, again, I just be wondering what kind of games do folks be playing up here? So whole discussion about this, and Kiwi Head act like he was ignorant to the fact that this was something that was out of pocket, racist, and derogatory to black people. It shouldn't be used at all, right? He said that we all found out about it from Chud the Builder. But I'm going to show y'all something. If this is your first time to the channel, like and subscribe off the back. Off the back, don't troll me if this is your first time to the channel. Shame on you. Like Kiwi Head acting like he don't know what he doing. Shame on you. But look, this is what we're going to do, man. We're going to play the discussion that they had up there at No Jumper. We're going to play that, and then we're going to get into this next clip where Kiwi Head does indeed hear chimping out from another racist. Wait till you see how this happens. It's just crazy what's going on out here, man. Again, what type of games are folks playing? That's what I want to know. Like, what are we doing, bro? What's the aim? Are we trying to just use harmful speech and, you know, make it okay with the blacks? I don't know. Is this buck breaking? I don't know.
You making a valid point, right? But I just know Adam, he got this dark humor. He finds shit funny. You know what I'm saying? But you lacking a lot of awareness right now, Adam. But
I think I'm plenty aware.
No.
So that means you're doing it on purpose.
No, I'm not. I just think it's funny. I think it's funny to take a phrase that was popularized by probably the most famous racist.
The most famous racist. Spody said, oh, so if you aware, then you're doing it on purpose. Why would someone want to purposely offend a group of people who they work with? Again, your business is built off of, in my opinion, this group of people. No disrespect or anything. Kiwi Head's the man. He built No Jumper. We all know the whole story and everything. Comes from tricycles to hip hop to corn. That's awesome, right? But you're saying you're aware. That means you're doing it on purpose. Pay attention, y'all. Again, I just want to rehash this because I thought this was wild finding the clip that we're going to get into after this. I was like, word? So he's literally, I be saying that, right? I say a lot of times he should be playing in y'all face, right? And I just be over here talking, man. I'm just doing content for real. It's not that serious or whatever. But it's like, no, he literally be playing in y'all face. Straight up.
of recent memory and to recontextualize it to describe myself smoking cigarettes and drinking alcohol while I'm in Vegas. I think that that's funny to take that phrase that we all know about, we're all now aware of it, and to recontextualize it in a distinctly non-racist way.
How? Because it don't affect you, but how would you think the people who takes that offensive, that it hurts them to hear that, like when you chimping out, how do you think that makes them feel?
I don't think there's anything to be offended by.
Yeah, because you're not offended by it, because you're not the one, the demographic who's affected by it. That's why.
And you think that chimping out was just invented by Chud the Builder?
Well,
that just shows how ignorant you are to
me and everybody else never heard about it. I'm sorry you spent so much time in COD lobbies.
No, I've heard.
I'm sorry you spent so much time in COD lobbies. Shout out Moose Man one more again for how he carried this, right? But you try to throw shade on Moose Man, right? You try to throw shade on Moose Man as if he don't get enough from me and the viewing public, right? You try to throw shade on this man and he's trying to teach you something. Again, you acting like this just because you're in COD lobbies or whatever. No, you heard it before too, Adam.
You join a Call of Duty lobby and hear a black dude
I'm
and
a
start
grown
making
man who doesn't play Call of Duty. I play Duck Hunt.
You've been on the internet since 2007,
and I've never heard someone
say racist about monkeys and black people.
You hang out in racist spaces online. You show feet in racial chat rooms, and I don't. I never heard someone say that, and I resent the fact that you're acting like that is such common. Everybody in the world found out about that phrase from Chud the Builder. It's like 1% of people already knew about it.
You hear what he says right now? And listen, this is what I be telling y'all too. Like, don't get the theatrics confused or any of that. You know what I mean? He's sitting up there. 1% of people, you don't know this. We've never heard of it. We don't know. Look, man. You're lying. You're lying. Point blank, clear as day, you lying, and I just don't understand why. I'm just confused a bit as why you lying. You never heard that before. The world found out about chimping out from Chud the Builder. No, you're just infatuated with Chud the Builder and the rest of the racist streamers and podcasters and everything else you do. You got something with them. You always want to invite them up to your platform. You're always referencing them. You just got a thing with the racist creators. You do, my boy. It is what it is. It is what it is. This is what we're going to do, man. We're going to go right over to the situation because I'm just like, you know what? We don't even got to do the rest, right? That was just for context anyway, right? That was just for context, y'all. Now, y'all see this right here? This is Bucci Bear. Bucci Bear, he's a really cool dancer. Bucci Bear, boogie to the groove now. I miss old Bucci Bear. Shout out Bucci Bear, man. Bucci Bear was one of the most hated hosts up here. He was Doughboy before Doughboy. Yeah, he was. And Kiwi had decided, because he couldn't beat Bucci Bear in an argument about anything. Politics, gangs, hip-hop, nothing. He couldn't beat Bucci Bear. So what he thought was he'd get a racist white man, a self-proclaimed racist. He owns his racism. He would get him to go to the platform and debate Bucci Bear. He thought this would be good content. How do you even but this is what I mean when I say things like what I said earlier, right? He's got this infatuation with, why did you think that this would be great content? And maybe it was for y'all. Maybe it was, I don't know. But I wouldn't even want to have anything to do with the racist. Again, if my platform is made up of minorities, then why would I want to do something like that? I think it's a damn shame that the minorities on the platform don't really be saying much about it. Like, they're not in more of a uproar about this kind of shit, to be honest. It's crazy that it took Moose to go in like that and no one else. You know what I mean? I remember AD did it back in the day. I think they was had somebody up there for a debate, and AD wasn't feeling it, like, yo, what's your deal? You know what I'm saying? He's always done this kind of shit. But anyway, Bucci Bear's debating the racists. Y'all pay attention.
All right, so history lesson aside, let's talk about today and why white people today are feeling fatigued and supporting Shiloh Hendricks. Because there's a lot of stuff going on. Like I already mentioned some of the things that happened just in the last week.
Right.
There's more. There's this little, I don't know if you guys saw the video on Twitter, this little chubby white kid who got bullied on the park and his head split open. Yeah. We see videos like this all the time. Black people chimping out in the fast food restaurant. you go to get served.
You see Kiwi Head's face? He knew that shit was foul. See black people chimping out all the time. He knew that shit was foul. Look at his face. Like, come on, man. I know you think you smarter than every fucking body, right? But thinking you smarter than everybody and thinking everybody is fucking stupid are two different things. I'm going to run that back. Then I want y'all to pay attention to the way that he looks at Bucci Bear because he knows this shit is out of pocket. We don't care about Bucci. We know Bucci. Ha, 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 chip it out. Looking like Mighty Joe Young over there. It is what it is, right? We know how Bucci give it up. But look at the way he looks at Bucci like, oh, shit. Because he knows it's foul. That man, bro, Adam's cold. Adam's a cold piece, ganger. I ain't even gonna lie.
About today and why white people today are feeling fatigued and supporting Shiloh Hendricks. Because there's a lot of stuff going on. Like I already mentioned some of the things that happened just in the last week. Right. There's more. There's this little, I don't know if you guys saw the video on Twitter, this little chubby white kid who got bullied on the park and his head split open. Yeah. We see videos like this all the time. Black people chimping out in the fast food restaurant. You go to get service from a black person. You're praying to get some decent service. There was a video of this guy in the airport trying to get on his flight, and you got the black woman going, and you thought you was going to get on your flight. Right. And you thought you was going to get on, just repeating herself over and over and over. A guy didn't get on his airplane because he pissed off the black woman.
That's not why, because everyone knows that boarding ends. If he was there 25 minutes before the flight leaves, you know that. I know that. You can't get on the.
She did get fired for that.
They always stick up. Even when they're in the wrong, you'll stick up for your own people.
Like you with Aaron the plumber and Black.
She was 100% wrong. Those two ladies were wrong. But what I'm telling you is anyone who flies on a plane knows you ain't getting on no plane if you show up 25 minutes before it takes off. They literally close the gate like 30 minutes before takeoff.
Yeah. So even that, putting that aside though, it's her attitude. That's what drives people crazy. That's the stereotypical attitude, right? That stereotype exists for a reason.
Okay, blame the white people who hired her. Well, I wouldn't have hired her. I wouldn't have hired either one of them.
Classic Bucci, ain't it? Blame the white people who hired her. I wouldn't hire any of those Negroes. But classic Bucci. Classic Bucci.
Probably are required to hire pretty richly diverse
that's been gone.
crews.
Well, they are required because there's just not enough white people to go around anymore. Like when I was in the Seattle airport, they got Indians all over the place now, and they're standing there, and they like the one guy told me to go left, but he meant right, and I'm just like, you had one job, dude. What are you doing? And you can barely understand them because of their accents.
I feel like we got to acknowledge. Do you take offense to him saying chimping out?
I don't give a shit about that. That ain't bothering me.
I mean, it's just.
I'm not a chimp.
Everybody knows what it means, and it describes it so well. Like, and I think like you could potentially have like white people chimp outs. They're just incredibly rare. You just don't see them every day on Twitter like you do with.
Now, I mean, I think we pretty much done here, right? Yeah, we done here. I don't want to play that back. So, you see his expression when he heard the term chimping out, because he acknowledged what it was right when he heard it. He knew it was foul. He looked right at Bucci Bear, and he looked back over. Now, that had been playing in his head the whole time, right? The whole time, this playing in his head. Damn, that chimping out was crazy, right? So then he goes, I think we need to acknowledge the chimping out thing. Like, but Chud the Builder is the first time you ever heard chimping out. Mind you, this was a year ago. It's a full ass year ago. And you mean to tell me that Chud the Builder was the first time you heard chimping out and everybody don't know what it means? Hey, the white racist man sat right there in front of your face and told you everybody knows what it means, because you knew what it meant. That's why you said, hey, we should acknowledge this. What's up with that? Right? The white man said right there, everybody knows what it is because everybody do know what it is. And you still decided to use it. And you thought you could fake crash out on Moose Man and make it seem like Moose Man is stupid or he doesn't know what he's talking about or black people are so sensitive. They repurposed the Hardy R. Like, that's wild work. Shout out to whoever my sub was that sent me that timestamp because I wouldn't have put this together. Because this shit don't just be in my head. Shout out to y'all who pay great attention to this shit aside from clips. Actually watch these episodes and shit in their entirety and really fans. Shout out to all the No Jumper fans for real because I believe that it's a percentage of No Jumper fans that are Gangland Neem fans. They like what they do over there, but they also like people calling them on their shit. Just is what it is. You know what I mean? Shout out to No Jumper fans, man. And because no disrespect to the person who put that comment, but I take it like you'd have to be a fan to some degree, right? Even people would say that about me. And I won't dispute it, whatever. But I feel like you got to be a fan to some degree to even have that in your head. Mind you, I react to these clips all the time. That shit didn't even play in my head. Though I didn't see all of this, I felt like I might have reacted to a clip of this too, right? But I don't see all this stuff in its entirety. And shout out, like I said, man, shout out to the fans, bro. Shout out to the fans because they, like I said, bro, put the timestamp and where this was in the comments, bro. And I appreciate that because this type of shit do need to be called out. And he won't go back and acknowledge any of this, of course. Josh, I'm talking to you again, gang. So what do we say about this one? What do we say about this one, Josh? Come on, man. It looks crazy. You know what I'm saying? It looks crazy. And I mean, that's that on that. You feel me? Shout out to the subs because y'all did. God did, but y'all did. Yeah. Y'all do it every time. But for anybody looking for any kind of marketing or promotion when it comes to this YouTube content creation, make sure y'all tap in with Drea the Virgo on Instagram. Again, that's Drea the Virgo on Instagram. Serious inquiries only. She's working with a bunch of different content creators throughout all the sectors. She can help you with anything from views to viewer retention, thumbnails, monetization, copyright strikes, whatever it is. Make sure y'all tap in with Drea the Virgo on Instagram. But what I like y'all to do is comment down below, man. Let me know what y'all think of this because this is clear as day. I'm so glad there was a timestamp and everything. Shout out to that sub again who sent that where I could just show you this plain as day. He be playing upon y'all head tops. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. It's your boy Gangland Neem. Peace.